All right, let's talk about Starship Troopers Bugwar. So this is a single player first person shooter that takes place from the 1997 cult classic movie Starship Troopers. Now, let me stop real quick. If you have not seen the movie Starship Troopers, please do yourself a favor, get some snacks, and watch the movie. It's freaking awesome. By the way, speaking of the movie, so they brought back the actor that played Rico in the movie, and I thought that was such a nice touch. I recognize him right away. He looks a little older here, but yeah, it's definitely the same guy. So in this game, you play as a soldier, killing lots of bugs. So it's a sci-fi adventure, and it takes place in space on different planets. Now, the first thing that pops out are the graphics. Man, I love these PlayStation 1 style graphics. The art design, the level design, the art style, they're all fantastic. Everything is well lit. You really feel like you're on some distant planet, and you feel like you're in a war, right? There's just soldiers everywhere, there's just chaos everywhere. It feels just like the movie. All right, let's talk specs. So the game runs at 60 frames per second, um, and I believe it's upscaled to 4K. Now, it's hard to tell, right? That it's 4K, because it's PlayStation 1 textures, right? Within the game, but I'm pretty sure it's upscaled to 4K. Anyways, so I did notice some slight dips in terms of frames per second, like here and there, but nothing major. It would skip, every few minutes here, but it's not a deal breaker at all. All right, let's talk mouse controls, because it's kind of a game changer. So this is an FPS that has mouse controls built in. So for those of you that are aware, the Switch 2 Joy-Cons can turn into a mouse, right? Basically. Now in this game, you do have to go into the options, toggle that or enable it, and then you get mouse controls. Now the mouse controls they work really well in this game. In fact, they're actually maybe a little twitchy. You can see how fast I'm kind of moving back and forth, but they work really well. But it got me thinking, right? So now that Switch 2 has mouse controls for FPSs, like what does that mean for future games, right? Is that going to become the standard now for Nintendo just to use mouse controls? And what does that mean for a Splatoon, right? So Splatoon 2, or I'm sorry, Splatoon 3 is Nintendo's latest, esport game, and it's a fantastic game. But now that you have mouse controls, oh my goodness, it's going to change the entire game and genre, right? So it just really, really got me thinking on what this means for Nintendo. Now, my biggest complaint about the game is there is no multiplayer. Um, Now I kind of get it, right? If the company doesn't want to pay for servers, that's cool. But could we at least have like local multiplayer or game share? I think these are the kind of games where they're kind of meant to be played with friends, right? So that I think would have been nice to have that or add it to the game. All right, so on to the most important question, the one question I ask on every video. So, is this game worth buying, right? So, I'm gonna say yes if you're okay with single player games, or if you're a fan of the movie franchise. I'm gonna say yes, you're gonna love the game. For movie fans, this thing just feels exactly like the movie. They did a really good job. And the PS1 graphics, I think, look great. I would love to see more games like this. For the other people, if you're okay with single player games and you just kind of want to go ham and jump into a game that's pretty easy to jump into, I would say this is also a good choice for that. The price. So the price is 25 bucks, right? At the time that I'm recording this, which I think is an excellent price. So you get just a really, really fun experience, especially if you like retro graphics. So I'm gonna say yes to that. But again, my only complaint is, please add multiplayer or game share. Let me play with a buddy, or let me set up LAN parties, right? But having four people play the campaign, I think would be pretty cool, even if it's only locally. That's all. All right. Well, let me know if you guys have any questions or any comments. I'll be sure to read them as fast as I can. But yeah, this is an excellent game. I would say if you like the gameplay, it's worth picking up. All right. That's all I have. I will catch you on the next video. Take care.
The upload is complete. We've got it.
Next stop.